What's happening, guys? It is the 9th of January, 2024. I wasn't able to record on Friday. I was hunting, and it was awesome. Archery deer hunt. I don't know if you guys, some of you may not be familiar with this, but if you're out the Arizona desert, it's what they refer to as a spot and stalk. You got to find them, then you got to get upon them. And we're talking about an archery situation here. It's not like these long range shots. You got to get me personally. I'm comfortable within 50 yards. That's where I want to be be able to take that shot because I want to be comfortable with that shot that I do not, I just don't want any risk with that. So, awesome time, really, really awesome time. You got to sit up on the hill, overlook wherever you're looking. I mean, and it takes, we call it glassing. You can spend a day just sitting there behind a set of binoculars. That's it, all day, just looking. And then you got to spot these things, and they're over a mile out most of the time. Then you got to get up on them. So some amazing stuff happened out there when you're talking about the when we got on them, and I had to get down there into the what they call the stalk and get in, work your way close to them, because these guys, they spend their entire lives avoiding predators. They've got their senses have been enhanced in so many ways. Their vision, their sense of smell, all these things. Their hearing is ridiculous. These big old ears. You've got to get close. And I had a little buck come up within 3 yards of me right here. Didn't even see me, went right past me. I sit there just completely still in my camo right against this bush. I was out in the open, didn't see me. Got up on them multiple times. They did see what looked like a rock that wasn't a real rock, and so they worked their way away because they can't identify it. They just get away. I never really got what we call busted. They never picked up my scent, even though the winds were all over the place. Very, very good time. Last day, though, that I was actually out there on the stalk, I got within 50 yards before they were bedded down. I was right there waiting for them to come up, and a coyote comes in and just scatters them. So kind of a loss with that respect, but I had a real good time. And as I'm walking out, that last night of the stalk was a 6-hour stalk, just took a large chunk of the day to get that close. I got to witness this, and this made it all worth it. So when you check this out, very, 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 very cool to experience. Watch this kind of a sundown. I've had somebody ask me, was this doctored at all? Was this image adjusted? No, this is the real thing. This is exactly what my camera picked up. No adjustments, because there I am, right? I get to watch that. The sky just completely on fire. So absolutely amazing, amazing time. So that's where I ended my week. Coming into this week, get to read back on what happened in October. In Friday while I was gone, and that was the jobs report came out. So, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics reporting there were 216,000 jobs created in December, which was stronger than the 170,000 expected. But there were also $71,000 jobs in downward revisions from the previous month, months. So it was October, November. So just like always, they give a high headline, pushes the market, revise it later. So I don't know if they just got a busted system or there's some manipulation. I'm leaning more towards number two. So there's also people, their work weeks are a little bit off. They're working less time to work before, which is equivalent to 2 million job losses. So you start looking at everything in there. You start comparing the BLS survey versus the household survey. It shows 683,000 job losses when you start looking at the household survey. There's a large difference here from what we're seeing. And we look into this whole thing. We got part-time workers versus full-time workers. I am not confident in this, the job market and what they're reporting to us. You go into the most recent data, we start talking about what the Fed is doing, and you've got different members of the Fed talking about the forecast for 2024. Lori Logan, with the Dallas Fed president, says that she feels that they should consider reducing the quantitative. So reducing quantitative tightening. What they have done, I'm going to get another share screen going here for you. The quantitative tightening is what really pushed our markets to go negative when it comes to the mortgage-backed securities markets. That's when we start seeing that massive drop. And I'm going to have to take this and go zoom this out just a little bit to about, let's go 5 years on this. So that's where we see quantitative tightening started here. And that's where everything just fell off the cliff, right? It's where the interest rates started to spike. Then we started a little bit to come back. Then we got in this downward channel that I talked about, this trading in the channel. Now, I leave the channel up there so you can see what we watched this decline. Got out of it completely to the worst position we had seen since 1996, I believe. And then it works its way back. And then it hits this line that I had been talking about. Been talking about that this, in my opinion, would be our strongest ceiling of resistance in the market, period. So we get into that, start seeing that ceiling resistance. We bounced off it, bounced off it, bounced off it, bounced off it. And now we have this support line here. Now we've hit the support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We've hit the support. Now, is it going to go below that? We have what here also some moving averages are going to act as ceilings. We got this acting as support, which is another technical level. We could be trading sideways in here. If we break below that, we've got a long fall. Look at this. 99.83 is what this is. 98.89. That right there is nearly 100 basis points. That means your interest rate, if you're getting a rate today, let's say 7.5, let's just say what that is. It's going to cost you 1% more if it hits this line than it would today. Just know that. So we are at a lot of risk here banging on this. If you're floating, if you're thinking about the rates, do I lock, do I not lock? And you're not locking now, you're at massive risk, because if we break through this and it falls and it stays falling, it's going to get ugly. The cost will go up. I can't control that. I can't make you a promise that the rates are going to stay where they are right now. Right now, we're in a great, really narrow window. And I think you need to protect what you can protect. I've been screaming all along, control what you can control for as long as you can control it. Now is not the time to roll the dice. That's my opinion. You roll all the damn dice you want to. But if I was standing there next to you at the crap table, I'd say, take your wins right now and walk away. That's my opinion. We've got a hard ceiling. We've got a floor that's being tested like crazy right now. I think we lock it. Anything that's floating around out there, I think you lock it. That's my opinion. Do what you want with it. I could be wrong. If they do what this Lori Logan says, and they start doing the quantitative easing again, they back off the quantitative tightening, start reinvesting some of those earnings off of the bonds they have, it could help this. We could go above that line, but it's going to take the Fed's involvement to bump above that 100.53, my opinion. We will see, though. Time will tell. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, great. That means our rates go lower. If I'm right, I warned you. That's all I got. I will talk to you guys on Friday.